Namaste. This is the Queen of Cups, Montreal. This week's reading will help you explore your subconscious thoughts, feelings, and wants, and receive messages from Spirit regarding how to meet your needs and wants better through self-care. At this point, I invite you to pick the deck or crystals which resonate strongest with you. In the video description, you will find links for my spiritual services, healing crystals and crystal pendants, and my social media. You will also find timestamps for your chosen reading, which you can use to navigate the video. Thank you for joining me. As always, love all and harm none. This includes yourself. Namaste, Clear Quartz group. As I mentioned in the introduction, this is going to be a self-care spread about what you think, what you feel, what you want, and then I'm going to draw 2 cards on self-care. Because self-care is important. As some of you know, I am a spiritual life coach, energy healer, and intuitive tarot reader. So I feel that as important as predictions are, which you can get from my tarot or 22 Paths, which are both very good readers, here I like to take a more spiritual trajectory on things and just give you a different perspective. And that way, whether it's this week or 3 years from now, the message is the same, because I feel like you've been spirit guided here for a reason. All right, so as I mentioned, position number 1 is what you're thinking right now, what you think. Position number 1, what you think. All right. So you're in an emotional state of mind. Now Queen of Cups, that's my as my namesake. The Queen of Cups is a deeply emotional card. Sometimes she can be jealous, over emotional, possessive, or sometimes she can be deeply emotional, spiritual, an emotional healer, and an emotional wellspring to be there to comfort those she loves and give insight and wisdom. So that's 2 sides to the coin or the card. I do feel with looking at this, your thoughts are very, very emotional right now. You're thinking a lot of emotional thoughts. You're in a headspace where you could be lost in the sea of your emotions. You could be struggling with some difficult emotions, like I said, envy, jealousy. We're going to clarify that one, but I do feel like in terms of what you're thinking, it's a deeply emotional state of mind. Next is what you feel. So this is a good, once again, a card of emotions. The 3 of Cups, because this is togetherness, joie de vivre, revelry with people you care about. So I do feel like you are feeling togetherness and you're feeling connected, which is a good thing. I think that the fact that you're feeling this connection, even though you're deeply emotional, is a positive thing. Once again, we're going to clarify. And then finally, what do you want? And then we're going to draw some clarifiers on this one. What do you want? I'm going to go this way with it. I think you want to get, this is the 8 of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're wanting to get out there. I feel like you're wanting to break the slumber, break this kind of low-key energy, this low-key vibe. Maybe you've been self-isolating. I think you're wanting to like have a little bit more pizzazz, a little bit more action in your life. And that makes sense because you're in a deeply emotional phase while you feel well loved and you're enjoying the camaraderie there of like an abundance of emotions. You're wanting to get out there, reignite my passion. Let's make something happen. So I can see that. Let's see what your emotional thoughts are of Clear Quartz group, where this emotion is centering. Okay, so as you see here, it's about the past, right? It's about the past, something that's hurt in the past, something that needs to be let go of, Eight of Swords. There's something, some regret, some sorrow, some grief that you're getting trapped up in. Could it be that you're trying to distract yourself? You feel, so if this is what you think, you're thinking all these negative emotions, you feel like you want to get in a group with people and enjoy that camaraderie. Maybe you're not getting it, but you desperately want to. You want to get out there and enjoy yourself again. So let's get a clarifier on the Three of Cups. But I think that the picture is becoming a lot clearer. I think you're in an emotional state of mind, which we discussed, and I feel like you're wanting connection. Are you wanting connection, Clear Quartz group? You're feeling for it. Yeah, you're wanting a new start, a new beginning, connection, synchronicity with those you love. Could be a romantic partner or a friend, but you're definitely wanting to reconnect with somebody. You're definitely wanting to have that in your life. And I feel like you think the best way to do it, what you want, is to get out there and start living life again. And being with people. And I mean, we're all going through it. I'm sorry you're going through that and you're feeling like you're lost in a world of emotion. But hopefully we'll be opening up slowly, safely, and surely. Okay, now your self-care cards. What self-care does this have for you to get out of this emotion? Oh, we got a jumper. To get out of this emotional state of mind, to get reconnection and start fresh in terms of relating to people and relationship and communication and togetherness, and getting that passion back, getting a little bit of spark back. All right, so this is interesting. Self-care is to stand your ground. Okay, so maybe all the changes aren't going to happen at once as you would like them to, or in this very moment. Maybe this is a wait and see period where you need to take your time. So stand your ground, trust your inner knowing, trust your intuition, trust your personal truth. I think this is a good reminder to not get lost in the sea of emotions that are happening here. Be firm, be grounded. I don't think firm, but be grounded. Trust your path, even though emotions may make it difficult to follow, to know what you want, to know where you're going. Trust yourself, connect to your personal truth, and ground your energy. You don't want to get lost in the world of emotions. And it's also a message to stay patient. Okay, so you're going to get here where life starts kicking up again. You're going to get here where your passion comes back, and where you can get to be in community again or be around those you love. But it's saying be patient. Okay, and then one final message for the Clear Quartz group in terms of how to practice good self-care. Alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. So this is about, and these two self-care cards are very closely linked. Stand your ground, align yourself with your personal truth, be patient, be peaceful, and allow things to unfold as they will in accordance with your personal truth. And then this card, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. So connect yourself with the love of others. Know that you're loved. Know that you're safe. Love yourself. Part of self-care is loving yourself. And surround yourself with loving vibes. And that way you won't be so emotionally up and down and emotionally ill at ease and so lost in emotional thoughts. I feel like you're really lost in emotional thoughts and you're feeling a bit isolated. So surround yourself with love, align yourself with the vibration of love, and then you'll feel like your passion is reignited. You'll feel like you're living life again, and you're part of life again. You're part of the daily ebb and flow, and a little bit of spark and excitement can come back. I feel like that's what you're lacking, Clear Quartz group. So to summarize, Clear Quartz group, you may be feeling a little bit emotional, lost in thoughts of regret or sorrow or sadness. You're looking to reconnect. You're feeling a little bit isolated and alone. You want a fresh start. And this is how you're feeling. And what you want is a spark back, a spark, a connection, something exciting, for that prana to get flowing again and to feel a little bit passion, fire, not so sleepy and easy and kind of the doldrums. You're getting in the doldrums. A message from Spirit for your self-care is connect with your personal truth, be patient, trust the process, and be at peace. And the secondary message is align yourself with love, vibration of love, loving people, self-love. And then your peace here that you're being recommended to follow will not be disrupted. And trust and believe that that spark will come back to you. Your spark will come back. Your zest for life and a little bit of fire will come back to you. So with that being said, let's connect to the crystals for you. I really feel like you need a grounding energy. That can come from any dark stone. Obsidian. Here I have mahogany obsidian. It can come from red tiger's eye or even black tourmaline. Love. You need crystals for love. Amazonite is like my favorite for that. Rose quartz or rhodonite will also connect you to your personal love for yourself, for others, for the universe. So you need some grounding crystals and some crystals for love. With every reading, I send out a little bit of love and well-being and namaste from me to you. So I hope you received it today. Thank you for joining me. And I'll be back again next week with another reading to help you progress on your spiritual journey. Thanks, guys. Namaste. Namaste, Green Aventurine group. Thank you for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, this is a reading about self-care. I'm going to draw 3 cards, what you think, what you feel, and what you want. And then I'm going to draw 2 cards for self-care, or a message from Spirit, or a message about caring for yourself better. This is all about getting in touch with yourself and what's your needs and what you're longing for, how to practice good self-care. So thank you for joining me. Let's begin. Okie doke. Position number 1, what you are thinking. I feel like you're thinking you're in a situation with loss or lack. 6 of coins in reverse. I feel like you're concerned about loss. You're concerned about lacking. You're concerned about not having enough. Be that familial relationship or camaraderie or even finances. In this case, it is the coins family, or pentacles family. So you may be feeling like you don't have enough material gain or material well-being. What you feel like you're not wanting to look towards the past. You feel like you're not wanting to reflect on the past, on who you are, on the changes you've gone through. You're not wanting to take time to reflect and to really reflect on who you are right now, potentially connected to what you're lacking. And you feel, I get the feeling that you're thinking about time lost. What time has been lost? You're not wanting to think about that. You're not wanting to reflect. Maybe you're avoiding some thoughts. We're going to clarify the top 3 before we get into the self-care portion. And what you want. I think you just want some fresh emotions, some fresh love, some new bliss. You want new. She has a new moon on her forehead. I'm not sure if you could see that. But, you know, cherry blossoms, the energy of spring. I feel like you want new energy. And that's why maybe you're not reflecting on the past, because you're like, the past is the past. Let's move forward. So let's clarify these a little bit before we get to the self-care portion. What message we have for the Green Aventurine group this week about their self-care and their well-being. How to nurture themselves. We don't spend enough time. Sometimes we neglect ourselves, especially the caregivers. So I'm really proud of you for taking this time to look out for you during this reading. All right, so you're starting to think about stepping back. You're starting to feel like you're removed or you're out on your own. You're starting to feel a little bit like you have wisdom, but you're not sure how to use it. This is in conjunction with the 6 of coins in reverse. I feel like you're feeling like, I have this wisdom, I have this knowing, I have this ability to reflect, but I still feel like I'm lacking. So maybe you feel rich in wisdom, rich in spirit, but kind of lacking more on the material side or on the tangible side. Like, now that I have all this wisdom, what do I do with it? That's the energy I'm getting here. Now that I know these deep metaphysical things, I get the vibe from you that you're a healer. So now I know all these metaphysical things. How can I make this manifest in the present? Or now that I've learned all of my spiritual lessons, how do I make that manifest in the present? In terms of what you feel, let's draw a clarifier here. Not wanting to reflect. Yeah, I feel like you're feeling you're a little bit on the defensive. You're a little bit trying to protect yourself. And you're trying, once again, this is this thing of trying to avoid. I feel like you're trying to move forward, 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 forward. If you feel like if you reflect too much on the past, or if you go backwards, or you get too willful, or maybe you'll get too heavy-hearted, you want to move forward, you want change now. Nothing wrong with that. And then what you want, you know, you want this emotional connection. You want new emotions. You wanted fresh air, fresh waters for your emotional life and your emotional spirit. I think you want to make some adjustments and some changes. And you want balance to come back. I do feel like you want balance to come back. So let's see this is what you think, what you feel, and what you want. I think you want emotional balance and newness. So let's see how your self-care will factor into this. Let's get a message of self-care for the Green Aventurine group. All right. So there's some sort of resistance. I feel like you feel held back a little bit, because here's the Justice card, and here's like the lack of wanting to avoid, or there is this desire to want to avoid reflecting. Move forward, keep moving, keep moving. Let yourself be. Unleash your inner wild. Follow your instinct, follow your gut, follow your intuition. This is about connecting to getting out of your head, because we have the swords here, which is a very cerebral energy. And then we have this, the pentacles, which is very material, tangible energy. This is saying, like, get out of that. Get in touch with yourself, with your emotions, with your instinct, with your wisdom. Howl at the moon. Let yourself set some divine intentions, some spiritual intentions. This is how you practice self-care during this time. Reconnect to your inner wisdom, your inner intuition, all those feelings, that empathy, like as an empath, as an intuitive, if you're a clairsentient individual, which I believe we all are to some degree, connect to that. Connect to that fire within. Get out of your head. Get out of what you can see in the tangible world. Go deep. And your second message from Spirit about self-care and how to nurture yourself right now is to trust. It says here, the universe has my back. Trust in the energy. And I love, look at this. There's the moon symbology here, and there's the moon here. The universe has your back. You're aligned. You're connected. Trust yourself. This is like lunar experience. Trust your inner knowing. Trust the universe. What's bigger than like your thoughts and your reason, and what's bigger than the material. So to recap, I feel like you're worried about manifesting something in the present. And you're saying, I have all this wisdom, but what direction do I take? How do I manifest? How do I make this a reality for myself? I feel like right now your feelings are geared towards moving forward, staying in your thoughts, not reflecting too much, not getting too wistful, not looking at things in a reflective, emotional way. And what you're wanting is a fresh start. You're wanting balance. You're wanting a fresh start when it comes to emotions, love, unity. You're wanting balance and justice, something to bring things back into flow. Because I feel like you're worried a lot about the material, you're worried a lot about thought life, and you're looking for love. It's like things are out of proportion. And your message of self-care is to get in touch with your inner self, your inner knowing, your instinct, your intuition. Howl at the moon. And trust that the universe does have your back. So a great way to do this is to meditate, to set intentions, to manifest, to connect with your guides, and trust that you can rely on a power greater than you. It's not all on your shoulders. However you connect to spirit in this way and your inner spirit, that's how you best practice self-care. So how can we do that? I want you to get some amethyst to connect to your inner knowing and your spirit. Some moonstone. These are all spiritual crystals. And some selenite. So really connect to your inner knowing, spirit, spiritual, astral projection, lucid dreaming, meditation. These are all crystals of spirit. And why don't you throw in a little personal truth in there? Maybe you lost connection with yourself. So get some amazonite or some sodalite for personal truth. Thank you for joining me, you guys. As I mentioned, with every reading, I send out love and positive energy and a little namaste. I hope you received it today, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Take care. Namaste, Rose Quartz group. Thank you for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, this is a reading about self-care, messages to spirit, from spirit, about how to better care for yourself. Position 1 is going to be what you're really thinking, getting in touch with your thoughts. Position number 2 is going to be like what you're really feeling, getting in touch with your emotions. And finally, position number 3 is what you really want, getting in touch with your needs. Position 4 and 5 is going to be about messages from spirit or messages of self-care. How can you better care for yourself? All right. What you're really feeling. I feel like you're, I get the impression, this is the cupbearer, I get the impression that you're feeling emotionally balanced. You're feeling emotionally warm, maybe a little bit isolated, like you're serving the needs of others, or that you're not necessarily serving yourself as much as you're serving others. But your emotional waters look very clear, though a little bit neglectful of you. This is a cupbearer, so she's giving other people her emotional waters. How are you feeling? Here we have the Three of Swords. I think that you're feeling a little bit tied up, heartache, heartbroken, ill at ease. Your emotions are not in a good place. I think that you're feeling a little bit knotted up inside. I feel like you're feeling like you've been betrayed or hurt or backstabbed. Not a good feeling. I'm sorry to see this, Rose Quartz group. We're going to clarify positions 1, 2, and 3, by the way. What you want new love. You want fresh energy. This is the Lover's card. You're wanting new energy, new love. You're wanting to feel loved, enjoy love, love others unabashedly without restraint. Don't we all? I feel you, Rose Quartz group. All right, so let's clarify positions 1, 2, and 3 about what you think, what you feel, what you really want. Once again, because this is getting in touch with your true self, you might not even have acknowledged this within yourself before you came to this reading. But I do feel like you come to these readings for a reason. You were guided here today for a reason. And I do feel like there's a message in it for you for a purpose. Okay, so why are you feeling like you're giving too much to others? I feel like maybe you feel a little bit stuck, a little bit unsure of the future. You're not trusting the process. You're almost saying, if I give more to this person, then I don't have to worry about the future. I'm securing something. I'm not such a victim to chance, to fate. Maybe I can secure something. And I feel like this has to do with this person or these people feeling like you're betrayed. Yeah. I feel like you feel like you need a new beginning, or that you need some growth. You need something to trust, something, some sort of commitment or dedication or trust. It's like everything seems so up in the air. Maybe you're dealing with some sort of desire to really get a firm grounding. She's the creator. In her legend, she is the creator. From nothing into something. Maybe you're wanting to have something a little bit more concrete in the relationship of love. This could be family, friends, a lover. And finally, what you really want. This says love, unabashed love and trust here. And I think you want to be free to love. I think that's what that says to me. I feel like you want to be free to love passionately, freely. You want to be in control of your passion, but you also want to let yourself just roll with it, just vibe with it. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, and I'm going to summarize everything at the end, but I want to give you your messages for self-care first, Rose Quartz Group. So a good way to practice self-care, or a message of self-care to kind of adopt right now, this guy flew out, is to love yourself. Feel love, feel comforted. Surround yourself in love that you can trust. If somebody's doing you wrong, if somebody's letting you down, if you feel like somebody's taking so much, surround yourself with people that do love you. And even if you feel like those people can't be found, love yourself. Sorry guys, the camera cut off. So your second and last message from, you can't really see the cards, message from Spirit for your self-care is this: I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. So that means throughout the day when you're feeling down on yourself, or this relationship here where you're feeling betrayed, it could be one relationship, many from the past, or in the present, just take the time to say something that you really is awesome about you. You know, I am love. Vibrate with love. Surround yourself with love. Share love. Miracles are natural. Miracles do happen. So that's a message to you saying, the more you vibrate with love and include love in your self-care regimen, whether it's gratitude journaling about yourself, or you know, calling somebody up that really loves you unconditionally, or even treating yourself to like a spa day at home or in the spa. It's like about treating yourself special and vibrating with love, really raising your frequency and opening your heart chakra. And the part about miracles is saying you will get the chance to feel this love freely, to feel your heart really alight, to connect with your passion, with love, with free flow of loving energy, and not feel so betrayed like you have nothing to hold on to, or you're having a difficulty trusting relationship. And once again, this could be a lover, a friend, family member, past or present. But basically your message about self-care is surround yourself with love, comfort yourself, surround yourself with comforting people and loving people, and create mindful moments throughout the day, throughout your week, to tell yourself how much you love you, how much you matter, and to believe in miracles. And surround yourself with miracles. Even gratitude for life shows you how many miracles you really can enjoy. With that being said, we need some crystals for healing. I feel like this is, even if it's in the present, I feel like this is going to stir up this situation of betrayal or being let down, is going to stir up some emotional stuff. I want you to heal that heart space. Amazonite, malachite, unakite, heal that heart space. Okay? And then I want you to surround yourself with love, loving vibrations. So rhodonite, rose quartz, fill yourself, and then these crystals do the same thing. So fill yourself with love and healing in that heart space. The self-care energy that you're looking for here happens all in your heart space. Okay, with every reading, you guys, I like to send out a little love, wellness, and namaste energy. And this reading is no different. I hope you felt it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for reaching out to me today, or connecting with me today through this reading. You can reach out to me anytime with any thoughts or feelings or things you want to share about this reading or anything else in your self-care journey. Thank you for joining me, you guys. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you again next week. Namaste.